Thanks, Dan. More baseball on the go right now. Astros, Angels just underway on Sportsnet 360. That's Shohei Ohtani on the bump for the Angels. We'll get you to this game right after this edition of Sportsnet Central. Ken Reed, Ivanka Osmak. That was one busy day down at the ballpark. Busy day in the world of hockey. But wow, wild day for the Jays. And they capped it off in style with that 8-2 win.
It's been a while since it hasn't been a one-run game for the Jays.
Yeah.
Like there was some breathing room throughout the whole game, right? The bats were working, and Ross Stripling, what a performance by him. And John Schneider picks up his first win as the interim manager. But yes, let's go back down to the Dome because it was a very busy day, all things Jays. And Jamie's got the broom out with Joe.
I haven't seen the broom in a while.
A mini sweep, right?
Mini broom.
It still counts, Ivanka, right? It's
Mini
a two-game
broom,
series.
sweep.
It counts.
Sure. It's good.
That's a sweep. So you know what we do with this thing. That's the $4 special from Canadian Tire, but it's been here for 20 years. What a day indeed as the Blue Jays dismiss Charlie Montoyo and John Schneider takes over as the manager. So many people thought after that road trip that some kind of change was necessary. And we wondered on Blue Jay Central prior to the game if you'd actually see things, see a difference in the way the game is managed, and you might have picked up on something in the third inning.
Well, I'd be the first one to say you're not going to see changes immediately with the new manager. It's going to take time. Players are going to have to settle in, but John Schneider looked like he was making his mark early. A hit and run here with Espinal at the plate. Great guy to do it with. Gets Chapman in motion. Espy can handle the ball all around, even bad pitches in off the plate. It gets things going, leads to a run early in this ball game. There's the new manager putting on his signs, but I thought the approaches against Zach Wheeler, he was pounding right-handers in. Teoscar stays inside that ball very well. George was getting pounded in with fastballs. Again, a little bit lucky you drop it in there, but it's that good approach staying inside that baseball, and Bo has just beautifully mastered this, staying inside it, shooting it into right. But this is a pitcher with good velocity that's pounding it in there. Vladdy sacrificed fly. It's 0-2. You don't need a base hit. Get something in the air to the outfield. He made sure of that. Watch the reaction after. Absolutely. Mission accomplished. Get the ball into the air to the outfield. So I thought it was an excellent job by this Blue Jays lineup against an excellent pitcher in Zach Wheeler. Pounding him in with fastballs. They made the adjustment, and they do that by keeping the hands inside. You say it all the time, but it's easy to fall out of that and get out front and roll it over. I thought they were very disciplined with that approach tonight.
4 of the 8 runs driven in tonight by one man. That man is standing at field level with Hazel May.
Teoscar Hernandez just keeps on hitting. Last night, he opened the scoring with a 2-run double. Tonight, 2 home runs. When you're getting results like that, Teo, what's going well for you at the plate?
I mean, I just, right now, I just try to get my pitch and try to put a good swing on it and try to do damage and try to score runs.
This team, as you know, has come off a tough road trip. Oh, my gosh. You guys came off a tough road trip. What does it say about this team that you've started this homestand with 2 wins in a row?
I mean, I know the road trip, it was bad. Things didn't go the way we wanted to go, but like I say, we always gonna go out there and fight and try to win as many ball games that we won and just try to keep going.
Could this be a sign that things are finally turning around for you guys?
I mean, finally, we're getting things around for the positive vibe and just try to keep going and keep playing hard.
Before I let you go, I have to ask you about your fashion choices. What's going on with the pants? It's not really up, it's not really down. Dan and Pat had pointed that out yesterday. What's happening here?
I mean, I just try to look different. I decided to go old school and just have fun.
Whatever works. Teoscar Hernandez, thank you very much. You look great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Teoscar Hernandez and the Blue Jays have swept the Philadelphia Phillies, guys.
I think he'll be wearing those tomorrow, too.
He had the black shoes on last night, and he changed them, though, with a couple of hits.
And he had a couple of hits,
Yeah.
right? So unpredictable.
He can wear what he wants.
And listen, this little sweeperoo of a 2-game series, certainly not possible without Ross Stripling's effort tonight, and there's a consistency to him. You saw it at its best.
And I still describe Ross as not the best pitcher on this team, but he might be the most valuable pitcher on this team with what he continues to do as he's been inserted into the rotation. What he does so well, too, is he stays up and away from hitters. He's got tremendous command. He'll use all 4 pitches, but the fastball up to Schwarber he couldn't handle. The little slider away, forcing hitters to go the other way and drive the ball the other way, not easy. There's the fastball away to left-handers. And when you get a dangerous hitter like Hoskins up there, you get deeper into the count, make him use the big part of the ballpark, but there it is again. Away, 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 elevates the fastball. Most of his fastballs are up there, and then that changeup, probably his best pitch all season long. He's using it a lot more this year. He's using it against righties as well as left-handed hitters. It's been very effective, and he was masterful again tonight against the Phillies.
So tomorrow night, the Blue Jays begin a 4-game series with the Omaha Royals. Omaha, the AAA affiliate of the Kansas City Royals, who are missing several of their players on the restricted list. So let's see what Bo Bichette and his friends can do tomorrow night. Please join us for Blue Jays Central, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific time. Back to Ken and Ivanka.
All right, thanks very much, guys. Okay, when the news of Charlie Montoyo's firing dropped around midday today, reaction, of course, quickly followed, ranging from about time to why now? Jays are 4 games above 500, at least going into tonight's game. Now they're 5 and tied for a wild card spot. But for a team with World Series expectations, playoffs or nothing, that's the only option. Fans expecting to see the movie, GM Ross Atkins felt the time was now to make a change.
I truly wanted this to work with Charlie and wasn't able to make that happen. I'm extremely disappointed where we are. I think we are better than how we have played. There's a lot of good individual things happen, and I think we can be playing better as a team. Having said that, this is a collective setback, and ultimately that starts with me. I'm the one that needs to be the most accountable for that. And I have a great deal of respect for Charlie Montoyo. And when this team is winning, he is going to have been a huge part of that, and I will ensure that he knows that. I think we're just not playing to our potential, and I see some small opportunities to help that, and this was one of them. So I see a lot of individual things that are positive, and some individual areas where we can improve, but ultimately moving that forward collectively. This was one of the things that I felt that we can do as we continue to look to other opportunities to play better as a team and play to our full potential.
Charlie Montoyo had a winning record in 3 of his 4 seasons with the Jays, 500 record overall, 236 and 236. So again, we come back to the timing question, as in, why fire him now? Well, here's our Blue Jays insider, Shai Davidi.
It's hard to sort of encapsulate what were the ultimate reasons. I think Ross Atkins was clearly trying to be respectful of Charlie Montoyo and not delving into some of the deeper thoughts that went into this. But I think just judging by feel from that road trip in Oakland and Seattle, it was a pretty sour road trip, and there was a lot of bad feelings, and understandable when you don't have success. But it felt like there was maybe a bit more of an acute pressure building around the team, some real tension. I don't know if there was maybe a bit of a disconnect. Maybe that might be a bit of a strong term, but you hear George Springer talking about we've got a lot of guys asking why instead of maybe the way we should be playing. You hear David Phelps saying we've got to pull together as a group. And in the meantime, you've got Charlie Montoyo saying, just being his uber positive self, and maybe that's a bit of a divide there.
Well, John Schneider will be the man behind the mic in just a few moments, and as soon as the interim manager comes to the podium, we'll get you back to the Rogers Center. Have it right here on Sportsnet Central.